3, 2, 1, and we are live. Trying to get you a freaking God. I can't find a place to put a light in this truck. God dang it. Maybe that's a little bit better. That's okay, I guess. We are live on the trap line, guys. And I gotta wait just a moment here as people start to come in. People are starting to jump back in again. I got a lot that I've learned on the trap line this year. A lot. So, that is what we call a wrap on the trap line. Season ending 2017-2018 carryover. So, lessons learned live on the trap line. On the trap line. As a producer and running a live stream, make sure that your spotlight is fully charged before you leave. My spotlight died tonight, and that's why my video brightness and clarity has been less than stellar. Oh no. Lesson number 2. It is dangerous pulling all of your sets at night by yourself while trying to run live stream, running video on yourself, trying to focus on your video to make sure you get good quality video for all of your fans, followers, and supporters, trying to run it with barely any light, with a dang handheld flashlight, and trying to unspring the better part of maybe a dozen or better 220 conibears and DP traps, and trying to unspring all these traps while making sure that I get everything in the video screen, and doing it with minimal light from my handheld flashlight at 2 o'clock in the morning. This all adds up to being bonkers, guys. But I do it because I enjoy it, and I do it because I like making videos, and I like being entertaining, and I like that you guys are all my fans, followers, supporters, and I do everything I possibly can to give you guys the best videos and entertainment and instructionals that I can. So, I learned that. I learned that even though my spirits were high coming into it today, live on the trap line today when I'm pulling my sets, and I did pull all of my sets today. Every set is out of the woods. Seasons ended, and there's a whole lot to do in my garage, flushing, boarding, and getting off to market. So don't think this is the last live stream, but hoping coming into it today that I'd have a whole lot of catch. It would be nice. Welcome back, Brandon and Mike and Benjamin and everybody else that's in the room. I was coming into it hoping that I'd get like 1 or 2 last critters tonight, and honestly, any critter that was in a live trap tonight, I wanted to release all of them as a thank you to the wilderness. I wanted to go and, release these animals unharmed from the DP traps and wave goodbye to them as a thank you for a good season. So, not the case. They got the get out of jail free card by not hitting any of my traps tonight. It was a 0 catch night on the line. So, oh well. It is what it is. It's been a good season, and I've had a lot of catch, and I've learned a lot, and I've met a lot of new people, and I've learned that the average trapper in the trapping community are really genuinely down-to-earth good people. And I've gained a lot of friends this season. A lot. I've met a lot of really, really good people, and a lot of really knowledgeable trappers at that too. It's been an absolute blast. I've had my encounters with the DNR, all positive. I've met a couple new DNR officers and a couple new conservation officers. On the line, I have seen some oddball stuff. Just a little bit of overview. On the line, I've had a couple of incidental catches this year. Not happy about incidentals, but they do happen. And it is all a learning experience, and an experience at that. Incidental catch number 1. White and black kitty cat. Meow. Oops. Walked into my conibear bucket 220. Brandon sends a comment. If it was easy, everyone would be doing it. No. Wrong. If the fur market prices were better, everybody would be doing it. People do this, or let me rephrase that. People don't trap because they can't think they make money in it. And they're kind of right. Us trappers are a whole different breed. We don't do it for the money. We do it for the appreciation of the outdoors and the enjoyment of the tradition of trapping. That's why we do it. And all y'all dingle nuts that want to wait for the market to come up because you do it for money, you guys can make better money working at McDonald's, honestly. Unless you're catching a whole lot on the line. But with all the time you put into a trapping season, honestly, if it was all about the money, you might as well go work at McDonald's and make your $7, $8, $9 an hour. You'll have to work a whole lot less hard, and you're guaranteed a paycheck at the end of every week. The lemon that'll make you go. Anyway, so that's the deal. People that aren't getting into trapping are the people that go, well, there's no money in it. And to me, the people that don't get into trapping, that spend time out in the outdoors but don't trap, that's completely fine. But to the ones that come and say, I'm not gonna trap because there's no money. One friggin' God, all own stuff needs to cut me a little bit of a break, damn it. Now, what was I saying? Oh yeah, friggin' lighting in here sucks tonight. Stuff. Oh yeah, as I was saying, guys, as I'm dealing with a handheld flashlight, no spotlight like usual, in a vehicle that isn't mine, because mine friggin' broke down on me today. What the hell? Hitting the windshield wiper button and shit. Anyway, maybe that's better. Is that better? Maybe. It's blinding the hell out of me, though. Alright. So anyway, like I was saying, guys, people that say that they're in it for the money and waiting for the market to come up, and the people that complain about the market being low, to that I say, when you spend all your money to go out duck hunting, when was the last time you made money duck hunting? To everybody that goes and pays for a cabin, deer feed, gasoline, and everything else to go out there and shoot a deer opening day of deer season. When was the last time you made money deer hunting? So what makes it any different for trapping? Shouldn't we all think about that? When was the last time any other hunting sport, or outdoor sport for that matter, made you anything? Right? Why is trapping any different? To the people that say, I gave up trapping because there's no money in it, that is about the most ridiculous statement that I've ever heard. I don't understand these people. I don't. Hope that answers your question. But now, getting back to my original closing comments here, I'm trying to friggin' hold a flashlight and camera and stuff. Alright, so other things that I learned this year. Frickin' A. lighting. Other stuff that I learned this year is that incidental catches happen. This year, incidental catches have taught me lessons, okay? And the lessons, God dang it, the lessons that I have learned, screw it. That's enough light. You don't need to see how pretty I am anyway. Is incidental catches happen. This year, I got a black and white kitty cat as an incidental. Oops. You done walked into my 220 and got wonked. So, that was my first one. And my second incidental catch, I had my coyote sets out over my carcass pile that you guys can see the instructional on YouTube channel Mad Nasty Trapping on how to make a carcass pile set. The instructionals are on there, and a good one at that. I had somebody walking their dog not on a 6-foot leash like the state law requires on state land during hunting and trapping seasons, and their little roof decided to run off the trail, run right towards my set, and get wonkered in a Duke number 3. Oops. Owner responsibility to have on 6-foot leash. Oops. Not proud of it, but it happened. Same coyote set. Incidental number 3. Trapped myself a great horned owl. Not intentional, guys. I called the DNR up. The DNR came out, inspected the animal, and then handled the animal in the way that they had to. So, I had an owl incidental, and I had the rare occurrence of a chipmunk getting wonkered in my dog-proof trap. Little furry ass and tail hanging out of a DP trap got wonkered. So, yeah, I learned incidentals do happen, and I learned how to handle them the proper way and the benefits that happen by handling the proper way. I learned that you can go and gain private access on properties by being peaceful and knowledgeable and talking to landowners with respect. You can gain private property access. This year, I acquired 2 new private property parcels in which spring and summer and early fall, I will be going and scouting out and checking for critter sign and getting ready to place traps on 2 new private property parcels on top of the one I already had locked down years ago and the state land. So this will expand my turf. I learned that on the trap line this year. Beautiful. I learned how to modify and make better Conibear 220 bucket sets. Pretty cool. I know how to make them better, quicker, stronger, and last longer. I also learned this year on the trap line that trap theft is still a problem. There are backwoods criminal crooks and thieves that like to steal your gear. We must all combat against them, and I have a way, which I will be doing a video on, to combat against trap and or sporting goods theft and how to recover your gear somewhat easily from these crookery crooks. We learned that on the trap line. I also learned that I need a cameraman desperately that knows what the hell he's doing, because this guy right here had some really good video opportunity this year, and I floundered and fucked it up by self-filming. Go figure. Learning experience. I learned that a spotlight must be recharged before bringing it to the woods. Duh. Do not rely upon your handheld flashlight, because the lighting from that thing sucks. And it's something really awkward to hold on to while you're doing all your trapping and videoing and all the other shit they do one-handed. Checking trap lines at night is another lesson I learned. Is not an easy chore. It is a royal pain in the ass. And along with that comes, I've learned that you go through an awful lot of fucking coffee and cigarettes to pull off the late nighters that I did for all my fans, followers, subscribers, and supporters. I learned that you burn a lot of gasoline while running your trap lines. Probably more money spent in gas than I will recover on the fur market. Another reason to say, is it really about the money, guys? Really? It's not. It's about the pleasure of the outdoors, being in the outdoors, and passing the sport on to the youth and bringing new up-and-comers into the trapping sports. That is why we do it. And every year that we are out in the woods, we learn more and more. We refine our skills, and we learn all of the experiences out in the woods, and it categorizes it and catalogs it all in our outdoors brains for future use. Every year we're out in the woods, we become better trappers and hunters and outdoorsmen. It's beautiful. Categorize and catalog all that knowledge, and don't just save it for yourself. Bring the youth. Bring new people into the sport, because if we don't, all that knowledge dies with us. Along with that, in time, our sport and traditions and heritage of hunting, trapping, outdoors, and fishing all fade away. When there's not enough people doing it, the Department of Natural Resources and Conservation officers will say, let's just end this. Nobody's interested in it anymore. We cannot let that happen. So, for future seasons coming up, let that all weigh heavy on the minds of every outdoorsman out there, regardless of sport you do. And let's make this a positive outdoors experience for people in the future. It's been an absolute pleasure being live on the trap line with everybody. It's been fun. It's been an experience. And to everybody I've met along the way, I appreciate every one of you. You guys are the greatest. You guys are the best fans, loyal supporters, and friendliest people out there, and most knowledgeable people I've ever met. You guys are absolutely awesome, and I hope to see you for many, many, many years here to come. My name is Dan Edwards with Mad Nasty Trapping, and this is my closing segment for Live on the Trap Line. I will be back with another live stream to close out the night sooner than you think. It's been a pleasure, my friends, and to everybody that's on here, you guys are the greatest. Thank you for the support. It's my pleasure to make the best material possible for all of you. I can't thank you enough. You guys are awesome. Tune in later tonight, about an hour from now, for Trapper Chat. Thanks, guys.